let's make sure you know how to download your planners. So after your purchase, you should receive an email from Etsy with your planner PDF files, but sometimes Etsy is a little glitchy. So if that happens to you, all you're gonna do is go to etsy.com either on your iPad, cell phone, or computer browser. You cannot download it from the Etsy app. That is an Etsy thing, not a me thing. And so what you're going to do is go to purchases, and then it will show you everything you have purchased from Etsy that is downloadable. Then you would just select download files and download your planners. Then I'm going to go over to files. Then you're going to select your planner. I'm going to hit this arrow here and open in Goodnotes. And then I'm going to import as new document. So now my planner is here and it will automatically open for me. Next, let's talk about selecting your planner covers. So your planner comes with 4 planner covers for you to select from. You can keep all 4 of them, but if you have one that you are liking more than the others, what you can do is select the 3 dots and then move page to trash and trash it. I think this one is my favorite at the moment, so I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to delete this one. Go to 3 dots, move page to trash, and then we will just repeat the process until we have just one planner cover. I actually equally like this one, so I may keep this one as well. And then you can even rearrange these first 2 if, I don't know, some days you want to open your planner and see this one first, you can do that. Alright, I switched over to the dark planner. I'm personally loving this one a lot more. Maybe it's just I'm in my moody era. You all also seem to be really loving the dark planner a little bit more as well. But they work exactly the same. So let's start with the quick start guide. So first, they are linked with a tutorial, the tutorial that you are watching right now. So if you ever have questions or need to refer back on how to do something, you can just tap right here. Goodnotes is going to say, hey, just so you know, you are going to an external link. Just select yes, and then it will open this YouTube video for you. Next, I have a couple of quick links here to my TikTok, my Instagram, and then the homepage of my YouTube channel. I post quite frequently on TikTok and Instagram with just quick videos on tips and tricks on how I use the planner, how other people use the planner. So check those out if you ever want some more tips. And then I'd really appreciate a review if you are loving the planner. It helps my shop. It helps other people with their purchasing decision. So if you click that, it will take you to my Etsy shop. And then finally, I have the menu page here. These are just another quick place for you to get to each section within the planner. They're also linked throughout, so no need for you to come back to the home page to do so, or this quick start guide to do so. And then just finally, a quick explanation on these icons. So throughout the planner, you are going to see this home icon. This will take you to the main menu. And if you are already on the menu page of that section, the home icon will bring you back here to the quick start guide. Then you have this plate icon, which will take you to the meal planner. So let's start with the shopping list. Here is where you can add everything that you will need while you are in the grocery store. I love having this mini checklist at the bottom just to remind myself that I check all of the different grocery categories like dairy or frozen or snacks, household items. The awesome thing about Goodnotes is that it syncs with all of your devices that you have downloaded Goodnotes on. So while I always add my grocery or shopping list on my iPad, it syncs to my iPhone, which is very convenient. This is my favorite part about this planner. I'm pretty sure it'll be your favorite part as well. So each of these squares are linked to a recipe page. So for instance, I can click on the snack, and then as you can see, I've added in this almond butter bomb recipe that I'm really excited to try for the first time. I can tap back to the home if I want to check out another meal that I am preparing for the week, and it will take me there. In the kitchen, I have this on like a little stand so I can easily kind of like go through my shopping list as I'm going through all of the cabinets to see what spices or ingredients I already have. And then while I'm actually cooking, I love to have this just propped up and I have everything here and I'm not having to go to a web page or a TikTok video, or I've kind of like written everything down. I'm going to go back to the almond butter one because I want to show you kind of like two ways that I utilize this section. So for the first one here, I've added in all of the instructions. So I copied and pasted an image, all of the kind of like quick notes, how many people it'll serve, how long it'll take to prep. The instructions actually will carry over to the second page. And then the second way that I do this, if it's a super long recipe that I just felt kind of lazy to write out or copy and paste it out, what I do is just link it. Again, it's going to give me that, hey, just so you know, you're going to an external link. Yes, I know that. And then it will take me to the page where I got that recipe. Now, if you're like me and you get most of your recipes online, I'm going to show you a very quick way for you to add them to your planner without having to manually type everything out. So I'm going to go back to my browser, and here is that almond butter fat bomb. So for the image, I'm going to long tap and then save to photos. And then we'll come back to that later. Now I'm going to scroll down and I've pre-selected here the ingredients. Same thing, I'm going to long tap and copy, and then go back over to my planner. I left one of these empty just so I could show you, so let's go to that one. Now we're going to tap this arrow down because now we need to use our edit bar so we can actually type, because right now it is in read only mode. So your links will work when you're in read only mode, but once we go into edit mode, they will not. So you tap on this pencil and now you can write on here. Hello. All right, so first let's start with adding that image. So I'm going to click the photo right here, the photo symbol, and there is our almond butter bomb that we copied from the website. I'm going to long tap it so that I can crop it in just a tad so it fits into my square. It's totally fine. It doesn't have to match, but it's just an aesthetic thing for me. Okay. Then I'm going to go over here to my font and tap here. You can write and Goodnotes will pick up your writing. It's a little hit or miss for me, so I prefer to just use the keyboard, but that is a function that works. It's just I'm not a pro at it, maybe it's the problem. Almond butter fat bomb. There we go. Now, if you wanted to make this bigger, you can. So you would just go right here. Well, first let's start with, you can change the font. There's other font options for you here. We can make it Arial. We can also make it larger. And we can even change the color. Make it blue. I always go with white on a dark background, just pops better for me. All right, now let's go back to those ingredients that we copied and pasted. So we're going to long press here. You can select paste and it will paste them just as they appeared on the website, so picking up that font from the site. Or you can do paste and match style, and it is going to match the font style that you are using in your planner. Allow paste, and there we go. There. So I didn't have to type anything. And the reason why it picked up the Bradley font and not this Arial font is because this is what I still have here as my default font. If I wanted this Arial font to become the default, I just select it here and then long press the font button right there, the text styling, and then save as default, and then everything I type or paste after that will have that Arial font. But I really love the Bradley. Now let's say you don't want to even copy and paste everything out. You just want to have a picture and then link to the website. That's fine. We can do that too. So we're going to type in link or more here, whatever you want it to say. Then let's tap the arrow over here. We're going to add a link. We can link to the document, but want to link to the website. And now we need to go get it. So go back over here, copy that website URL, go back over here to Goodnotes, and paste your new site in there. Now go back. And now when you click on it, open link. Yes, proceed. We know we are leaving the page. It will take you to the page where you have saved your recipe. And finally, let's talk about the recipe archive section. So your meal planner is linked only to the recipe pages that are here. So 4 meals per day. If you try to add another recipe page to this section, you are going to break the entire planner. It is very important that you do not add other pages to this section. They are linked by page number and correspond with the days and meal type here. But let's say it is a new week and you are ready to clean this out, but you don't want to lose the recipes that you have here because some of them you actually liked and would like to come back to. This is where your recipe archive comes in. So I'm going to click the home menu, click recipe archive. I have one saved for dinner already, so I'm going to go there. And I'll just swipe. I'm going to go to the edit mode, so clicking our little pencil, and then I'm going to click the lasso, and then I'm just going to select everything on this page, and you have to close the lasso. So then I'm going to long tap and select copy, go back into read only mode, go back to our meal planner, and I left this takeout one empty so that I could do this example. So let's click there. And then we're going to go back into edit mode again and paste. And now our recipe that we had in the archive can now be brought to the front. And this would work the same way if you are bringing recipes from the archive to the front, or let's just quickly do it the other way. And let's say you have something that you loved for this week and you want to keep it in rotation. So I'm going to go back to those almond butter bombs. I'm going to click those. I'm going to click the pencil again, and then I'm going to use our lasso to select everything here. Long tap, select copy, and then I will put us back into read only mode. Click the menu, click the recipe archive. This time this one was a snack. Do a quick swipe, get out of read only mode. I'm gonna long tap, I'm gonna paste it. And now I have this recipe saved here in the archive, so I can clear it out of my meal planner. So now let's see, we added the pot pie to the takeout. So let's go into edit mode again. And I want to show you something a little tricky with Goodnotes that happens from time to time. So when I try to select takeout, of course it worked that time. Sometimes it will link to the page. Let's see if it'll happen here. Okay, of course it's not gonna happen. Sometimes Goodnotes, even in read only mode or edit mode, I'm sorry, will still show that the entire thing is linked so you can't actually edit the text. If that ever happens, just lasso the text instead, and then the text box will appear. It's a weird Goodnotes bug, not a planner bug. So let's click the takeout one because it is now our pot pie. So I can just click make that pot pie like that. And then now when I tap that button, my pot pie recipe is there. And then same thing for, we have, let's say we want to get rid of this almond butter bomb. It's a new week. We loved it, but it's time to go. You can either lasso it and delete it, or you can hit the three dots right there and select clear page, and it will clear everything out for you. Right, now we are back at the recipe archive because I'm going to show you how to add additional pages to this section. So to keep the file size of your planner small and to be able to easily download, each of these sections only comes with one recipe page. So your main page and then the carryover for additional instructions before it goes to the next section. So as you are using your planner, you're going to want to add more recipes to it. So you tap the down button here just so we can see these 4 squares here. And then you are going to hit edit and tap the 2 pages that you need. You'll select copy and then done. Close. Tap your plus button here and then paste pages. And now it has added additional pages for you.